Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. Today we are talking about Asta, proving once again that he's the GOAT. The GOAT! Just look at this glorious panel. I'm gonna say it. It's fire! Asta is a cut above the rest, and the story keeps reminding us how important he is to everyone else around him. He is built different, and I can prove that by simply talking about chapter 314. Remember the overwhelming ancient demon?
Who?
The two ancient royal demon twins of the spade?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Mate, the one that was sent to the Clover Kingdom and the other Sisgolion was facing.
Okay.
Yeah, those high-ranked demons. Well, Asta beat one of them in chapter 282, which is 30 plus chapters ago or something. He did this in front of everyone in the Clover Kingdom in one slice, cutting him like butter. And this is despite the fact that many captains, mages, and even Julius Novachrono tried to stop this big-ass demon with no luck at all. Asta destroyed it with Union Mode and then casually went ahead with killing Nama and Lilith combined. He proved that he is stronger than everyone and worthy of being Wizard King already. Remember Lumiere got declared the first Wizard King for doing such a feat 500 years ago?
Meanwhile,
Sisgolion's new ability allows her to increase her firepower as a fight goes on, meaning her damage output increases the longer they duel. This is a perfect fit for her considering her battle frenzied nature. Seems like a pretty convenient power if I do say so myself, since this arc's pacing has increased at a ridiculous speed that the whole community has started to notice that things are getting wrapped up at a breakneck speed, especially with Morris. Everyone was pretty sure that he was the final villain, with the fourth Socrates sibling and Lucifer involved too. We all thought Morris would at least put up a bigger fight considering his build up and the sheer amount he helped move the plot forward with the vast intelligence that he had, the spells that he was using, him being a secret spy, working with the Dark Triad all along. He defeated Dorothy with ease, and he had the knowledge. Oh wait, he died within 2 chapters.
What happened to the original plot of the movie? What happened to the original plot of the movie?
Well, in chapter 314, we return to the Black Balls. Other members of the raid team joined the battle, and would you look at that, someone finally remembered William.
Who?
I know, it's kind of crazy. Poor William has finally been remembered. But more people remembered Yami again, and he's been mentioned in every chapter. Anyway, since Morris became irrelevant within 2 chapters, Lucifer tells him that he's thankful for his service as all the demons from the 2nd level of hell pour out of the gate. Now just look at this panel. It's glorious. Holy moly, my jaw dropped. Lucifer claims he's given Morris the greatest suck of his life.
What did he say?
No, wait, you're misunderstanding. Lucifer states that he's squeezed every last drop of life from Morris to accelerate the Qlipoth spell even faster than usual, and he reminds us of his ability to control all the lower level demons even without a Qlipoth spell. The manga specifically shows the time he did this with Liebe to kill Asta's mother. This proves to us that our theory, balls deep prediction magic, is coming into fruition, that Lucifer does remember what he did 16 years ago, and his words in chapter 268 were true, that he did plan to return through Yami and William's magic by manipulating the Dark Triad and every other human to simp for him step by step. And for the last time, play the song.
You were the simp king of the Spade Nation. You really need a vacation from simp. It's so hard for a devil, man. Without him, you'd be on a lower level. The other day, I was talking to Tabitha about a lot of stuff. Turns out that you're not strong enough to be the 17-year-old.
Anyway, since Lucifer remembers Liebe and Asta's mother, it would mean he will be triggered once Asta appears in front of him due to their resemblance. The story would then come full circle that the boy left at the church, who is the anomaly within society of humans due to having no magic, teamed up with the anomaly of the devil world with the same circumstances to ultimately be the demise of evil that looked down upon them. Lucifer then combines all the devils from the 1st and 2nd flaw. He can create a temporary vessel for himself to manifest into, using every single one of them to fuse into a solid mass that can withstand his power. Lucifer's gravity, which is the presence of the Demon King, makes everyone fall to the floor, and it's getting stronger and stronger as time goes on. It even metaphorically speaks through the art, where everyone kneels in front of his superiority as everyone is an ant to him. And this is the philosophy of the devils. They all spout the same shit every other chapter, that we are superior, every other race and humans especially are a joke to them. The whole world would literally end if he completely releases. But to me, I don't know, it looks like a giant pee-pee or spam. Is it just me? Look at it with the tentacles. This worm is just not it.
Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
I am not scared at all. The Black Bulls use their different combinations of magic and make the castle of the Bulls base powered up with absolute evasion from Vanessa, as well as absorption from Henry to form a super giant magic Black Bull Megazord. The Megazord then punches Lucifer right in the face.
Welcome.
Saying nobody cares about the ultimate devil, bitch. Which, ironically, most of us believe this too. It's breaking the fourth wall, guys. No one really cares about any of the villains from this arc.
We do not care.
They have all spouted the same repetitive speech for over 100 chapters.
Move this man!
Am I not allowed to give an opinion again?
No.
Calm down, everyone. Let me express what most of you are thinking right now by being honest. Because I have been monitoring this community whilst I was away just to see what people are thinking. And I want to say my piece, and you can let me know if you agree in the comment section below. Well, Majukula was saying the same damn thing for 8 chapters and repeated what the entirety of what the Dark Triad already told us in their 60 chapters of fights. This has been apparent to every single antagonist related to any devil or a devil themselves. All of them have very repetitive dialogue dating back to Zagrid. However, it was more tolerable with Zagrid since this was the first time we ever explored devils, and he did a perfect job to introduce us to certain concepts pertaining to their lore as a race, as it was also linked back to Asta, right? Every devil that has come after Zagrid hasn't expanded beyond the simple characterization of them feeling that they are superior. This makes all the devils just seem like they have no personality or individuality, therefore don't contribute any further to the story. Zagrid at least was our gateway to massive lore dumps, amazing moments, a huge plot twist, and was the fuel of a morally grey conflict between humans and elves. But if we look at the current devils, Beelzebub is gone and nowhere to be mentioned again. Lucifer manifested into a worm and wasn't seen for huge periods of time whilst witnessing his plan almost fail in front of him. Majukula got defeated after being beaten in probably the most controversial fight from this arc to date, with the amount of plot armor that everyone received.
Give me something for the pain and let me die.
None of the villains so far in this arc gave in-depth philosophy or reasoning to challenge the characters that are already developed in a meaningful way. The villains are seen as a huge hurdle of power to defeat for the main characters. And I have been talking with a lot of fans, and I've been observing the comments on our videos. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of you feel an emotional disconnect with the events that are unfolding due to the very reasons I just discussed. There's no tension or drama between anyone, and it's just that the good guys have to defeat the bad guys. I'm not saying that everything has to be nuanced and morally grey like a big portion of the elf arc was, but when no potential is explored, then it becomes stale for the readers, as it just becomes flashy pictures of a fight instead of us caring about the developments happening in the fight. Since we're already accustomed to the pattern of the series, we all knew that the Light Triad were going to win. None of them are going to lose, none of them are gonna die. You guys get what I'm trying to say. When this gets animated, it's obviously going to be amazing, as the pacing will be better, as well as having some amazing visuals to top it off. But I think this is a fair criticism of this arc. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and thank you to DXDanny0 for the $50 super thanks. I appreciate it, and yeah. Moving on to chapter 315, it continues with the Power Rangers inside their Zord. Locke manages to sense and pinpoint the location of Yami and Vengeance within the Devil Vessel, and they immediately try to grab them. Whilst all this is happening, Nacht analyzes that Lucifer is manifesting via possession after becoming one with the Qlipoth, but he states that it's incomplete, thus concluding if they can save Yami and Vengeance, they'll be able to stop him. Meanwhile, as the giant kaiju battle between the Bull Mechazord and the Devil Vessel continued, Henry starts to feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of magic power he's been absorbing, yet he can't keep up despite Lucifer's incomplete form. Even with the help of Vanessa's power with the cat protecting the base's center area, they can't get supplied with enough magic in time. If the fight continued any longer, it would only favor Lucifer. Moving on beyond the fight, magic knights all over the kingdom are stuck in place due to the devil's gravity magic holding them in place as they watch in fear. In fact, Lucifer tries to kill them with his tail, but then the magic knights, the Vermilion siblings, come into place saying, look bitch, we're built different. You know, these Spade Kingdom Knights are weak fam compared to the Clover Kingdom Knights. They blast that shit and say everything's fine. Even though the gravity is getting stronger second by second, they can still stand up whilst they're all laying on the ground doing nothing because they're irrelevant.
You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here?
The bulls and the vessel are then exchanging blow for blow, but it seemed that the bulls were on the back foot as the giant bull mech started to crumble. The bystanders stuck in the gravitational field who were overwatching the battle begin to lose hope as the vessel began to overpower the black bulls. All of them start praying for someone or something to save them, but the black bulls haven't given up yet. They're not like that. They remain calm, believing that everything will be okay. After all, they still have a shonen protagonist on their side. And remember, Tabata is trying to make the story come full circle with Noelle's words to Medjugorje, where in chapter 300 she asks Noelle why doesn't she give up in front of overwhelming power, but she states that human strength lies in not giving up and to surpass your limits, because remember guys, reality can be whatever you want. This
Shut the fuck up.
The panels then zoom out towards a cliff where we see our boy Chad Asta watch the fight from afar as he begins to pull out the demon slasher katana ready to enter the battle. I believe Tabata has already foreshadowed Asta's emulation of Yami. Remember, I did an entire analysis 6 months ago using Balls Deep prediction magic explaining this very moment, and the theory is literally coming true. So thank you for sharing your mana. So remember to smash the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss out next time.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
As you know, Yami passed over the sword to Asta against Dante in chapter 259. In chapter 271, we saw the katana Asta possessed capable of releasing flying slashes of anti-magic just like the others. We can see that the slashes are much more swift and faster as they actually graze Nacht whilst the others didn't. Asta takes on a pose similar to Yami, and through his experiences, he is emulating his fighting style to use the demon slasher katana correctly. We know he is capable of doing this as he did this against Liebe. Therefore, in the recent chapter 315, we clearly see him take a similar stance to Yami when he had to kill Zagrid in one slice using his Equinox spell. In chapter 273, we saw Asta using the demon slasher once he first achieved devil union with Liebe. In the chapter, the union mode has worn off, but we can see that the wall is completely sliced in half with the blade, an attack that seems to parallel Yami's spell. Yami's version involves taking control of the surrounding mana, and then he performs a dark cloak dimension slash, greatly extending the range and the reach of the slash. This is why at the end of this chapter, Asta is on the cliff, because he knows the potential of the spell and how far it can go, as he wants to make a safe distance between him and Lucifer so he can perform it correctly and keep everyone else safe. Asta's version seems to do the same as Yami's, but rather it's with anti-magic, since Asta's other spell called Black Slash is also inspired from Yami. So he could be enhancing this spell in Union mode to perform an Equinox level of insane damage that can one-shot anyone within its vicinity and undo all the surrounding magic within an instant. In chapter 273, Nacht admits that Asta missed him on purpose, because if he landed this spell, he would have died. This new slash from the katana is so overpowered that it didn't even need to land on Nacht to remove all his spells and his own Union mode. It completely erased everything within its vicinity, and Nacht declared him the strongest on the spot after witnessing it. So what will the other characters do when they see Asta do it in the next chapter? If Nacht, a vice captain OP motherfucker, is saying, bruh, you're the strongest, what will Sisgolion, what would Noelle, what would all these captains say? Nacht is saying that Asta could indeed be the person that can save everyone and is the ultimate warrior. This means that Asta is about to perform this new spell to save Yami and William's life. This time round, it's in front of everyone in the war and the Spade Nation, rather than in the Clover Kingdom against the demon god. So now Asta has saved the world 3 times over in this one arc, and if that doesn't make him deserve praise for performing this many Wizard King feats at a young age, then I don't know what will. He is obviously being shown to be the strongest in the entirety of all the kingdoms. Asta is going to undo Lucifer's Qlipoth spell with this attack, as it did with Nacht's Union. This would disassemble all the devils that have been combined for his vessel to form, and then the Magic Knights will have a chance of victory once again. If you want to learn every single power Asta has, I highly suggest watching the video being displayed right now. I explain just how broken he is currently with the many powers he's invented with anti-magic. That is everything I want to say for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.